So I've been waiting for longer days so that the beavers around here are going to be more visible during the day. I noticed in somebody's Instagram stories the other day that they had started seeing the beavers in daylight. I think that was somewhere else in mainland Europe, but hopefully it'll be the same here. So I'm going to head up the hill to a place where there's loads of beaver activity and might do a little bit of opportunistic photography. Also going to be cooking dinner out. I'm just going to spend the evening on the hill and see if we can see any signs of these beavers and kind of treat it as a recce to come back to and photograph them. Getting close. This here is so incredible. That's what I wanted to show you. I mean, first of all, have a look at all these. Really old one, this, but you can see the beaver is gnawed through this. And we got right over here, it's an actual dam. And there are loads of these dams going up the way here. Obviously these ones here, these trees that are cut here are quite old. We'll see some really fresh ones up here. You know, apparently a beaver will spend about 12 to 14 hours out being active, out of its lodge. And we're coming to that time of year now where sunset is about 8 o'clock in the evening here and sunrise is about 6:30 or so. So there's just not enough hours in the day for the beaver to stay hidden. It will spend some of its time out in the open during the day. So I'm really hoping I'm gonna get to see it today. I'm not too worried about pictures today. I kind of just want to scout the area. I want to see, ideally I want to see where it comes from, where it goes to. I assume it's going to come down here because there's just so much activity. I mean, that is really fresh. And just kind of get a basic idea of how it spends its time, where it spends its time, and where maybe I can come back and set up behind. It is really unbelievable how much it's cut down here. Now, some people would say that, you know, there's a lot of destruction happening here, and you might look at it as like that, but there's more going on. You know, trees have evolved with beavers for millions of years. You know, you coppice a tree and it sprouts back up new shoots, and it's adapted to live with the beaver. The problem we have here, though, the beaver cuts down trees and it doesn't have a natural predator. It just goes wherever it wants, and also it's quite difficult for new trees to shoot up because we've got so many deers on the hill and a lot of sheep. We'll just take off those buds right away, and we don't get any regeneration of the forest. So it isn't just the beaver that does this. It is how we have really badly managed the habitat. And it's such a shame. They get such a bad rep, but they create such a good habitat for other species. These micro-habitats that they create will be great for invertebrates, which is again goes in a kind of trophic cascade up the way with other animals higher on the ladder, if you will, eating the invertebrates. Let's just create a higher biodiversity wherever they go. I came here last year in a video where I just showed you guys kind of one of my favorite ways of doing wildlife photography. So if you haven't seen it, I really enjoy doing that video, so have a look at it. I'll put a link to it here. And I came out here and I photographed a dipper and some of the water birds that were on this little loch here. Anyways, I'm gonna have a look around, find a place to observe the beavers, and then cook my dinner. I was thinking that I was gonna sit up by the loch and watch the loch for the beaver coming out. I'm pretty sure it's at the other end of that loch. It just looks like a good place in loads of areas that it could have a lodge. But it's so windy, the loch is so choppy, so I'm not sure if I would actually see it when it swims across. And since I got the wind coming from that direction, I'm thinking I'm gonna head down here to where there's loads of activity and basically just go a little bit further down that way so I have the wind straight into me, and hopefully find a little spot in between the trees and stuff that I can watch, and hopefully it's gonna come back down here to kind of continue its work down here. I kind of see a little bit of a ruined wall up there, so I might try and aim for that, get a little bit of height so I can see the different levels that it's got going on here. I should probably go down this way so I can cross, because all the beaver dams here makes it quite wide, and I don't think I'll manage to cross unless I start up here. Then I need to go find some water for my food. I don't know if I want to take it from this dam. I might try and find a little stream higher up. Okay. Right, let's cross this. It's difficult to get a view of all the different areas that it has. I may just have to focus on a little area. I do wonder if I should just try and sit in here. My view then is just back onto this area where there's loads of these cut down trees and parts of the stream that is really blocked up. And hopefully I can just walk out here when I'm ready to leave so I don't disturb it. If it's even here, who knows? It might not be, I'm hoping. This is my view right here. You can see there is a tree cut down here, but that looks a bit older. It was working more over there last that I saw the latest signs anyways. I think ideally here I would go even further away, but there's just not really a chance of that because there's so many trees here. But I got my 3D camo net with me from Trangia, so I'll put up a little screen here. I got little seats and stuff. I think I'll just go cook now and then back here and watch. Check my map, and there is a stream a little bit further up here that's coming off. It must be coming off the higher hills here. So that should be good flow in that because it's been raining quite a bit. So I'm gonna go get my water from there. So I don't want to use all my drinking water because I don't have that much, and I'm drinking quite a lot of it because it was hard enough walking up here. All right, this is a mess. And then I'm going to try out my new Trangia for the first time. All right, you got to cross this again. Okay. I think I can hear a stream. It's so nice here. I have to pinch myself sometimes. This is on my doorstep. That'll have to do. So a little bit change of plans. I got my water and I was gonna walk back to the original place that I found earlier. But then the sun kind of came out, the wind died down a little bit, and then I saw this little spot right by the water where somebody's had a fire and not really cleaned up after themselves very well. There's a little beam here, there's a nice little place to sit. So I might just tuck in here for a little bit and have my food here and just keep watching the water. I think that'd be quite nice. And then after that, I can make the decision if I want to go back where I was or just keep watching the water. Let's just try out the Trangia for the first time. And just so you know, I bought this. This is not a sponsor or anything like that. I bought this with my own money. I just like the look of it, and I like that it is a bit more environmentally friendly than the gas. You know, you use ethanol to burn it, so it's quite eco-friendly, and no gas and all that sort of stuff to deal with afterwards. It's quite easy to refill as well, it seems. So we're gonna see though, this will be the first try, so we'll see if I really like it or not. And you may have seen me camping out before. I quite like these. Nice, simple, it's just good. And maybe a little one of these. It's good. If this isn't the perfect way to spend a spring evening, I don't know what is. I'm absolutely loving this. It's a bit chilly still, but just, you know, get dressed properly and, you know, bring what I need. We'll see how this one does its job. I couldn't actually see that it was lit. It's the first time I'm trying this thing. But I really like the idea of it, and I like how small it packs, how light it is, and just very self-contained. We'll see. It's starting to come some small bubbles in here now though, so it's definitely working. I think for me, coming out here and making a whole experience out of wildlife photography or Recce or whatever it is, just makes it the whole experience so much richer. Like coming out here, enjoying the evening, cooking out here, it's just the kind of things that I remember for so long afterwards. And it's so nice to share it with you guys as well. So thank you for watching. This is such a nice place. I'll probably spend quite a bit more time here when we get further into spring and more light and more chance of seeing the beavers around. I do hope I catch a glimpse of them today, but even if I don't mind that much. This has just been so nice, just such a nice thing to do. It's the kind of thing that you know it's good for you to come out and do something like this, but it's still a bit of an effort. It's still easier to just sit at home, watch Netflix or something like that. But when you actually just come out here, take your time and just do it, because you just end up loving it. I almost guarantee it. It has to be a pretty miserable evening to sit out here and not like it. Dinner is done. I like when this stuff starts looking a little bit used. Don't like it all new and shiny. I have to just sit here and wait until this burns out. I put a little bit too much ethanol in. So that's going to be a little bit of kind of a learning experience and just trial and error. But I do really like this. And it's such a little simple system. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. 2 beavers on the other side of the loch. But it's so cool to have seen that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just been a bit of a recce, going out, having dinner out, and then just staking out for the beavers. And there will be more of these, and I will go back out and I will actually hopefully then photograph the beavers. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.